We're at Camp Araremu here, owned by Church of Christ. A year or so ago, this was all in pine trees. So the pines got chopped down this time last year and we have planted through the winter. We managed to harvest the pine trees when the logging prices were about a 20-year high. So we've got a set amount of money that we can sort of spend to reinstate or to get the place up and going after the pines have been harvested. So what's happened is we've planted twice as many plants as what we were originally going to because of the council getting on board.
Very strategic planting that was done, so we make sure that the plants that we're planting are in the right place and they're creating a function, and that could be bank stabilisation or that could be increasing biodiversity. You know, we try to bring in multiple outcomes, so that's like having grasses lower down, woody vegetation up higher bank, flax up on the floodplain rather than on the bank, because that can actually cause erosion.
We have had erosion in the past, especially from the pine trees. We've had a couple of pines in the middle of winter when the soil's wet and the wind's blowing, they've fallen into the creek and stuff like that. So by planting the calyxes on the banks and that's going to sort of stabilise the banks, and any water running through that's going to run into the creek is going to be filtered through all these plants as it's going through. So it's going to help keep the creek clean, but it's also going to be more appealing for those using the property in that too.
There's a lot of different ways to improve water quality. So GEMS, the geomorphically effective management solutions, that's the sort of thing that hopefully farmers will be able to do.
We'll dig the banks back on an angle, get rid of that dirt that's likely to fall into the creek, and then plant that out with the grasses and other plants up higher that the roots will hold that.
Farmers have got diggers, they've got tractors, as long as they're meeting the consent requirements, if there are any, then that's something that they can replicate and that they can do to improve water quality.
Here's the good plant that we want to free up.
So that's a really cool thing about this project, is it's very much a community project. They've had 5 or 6 working bees, and that's had, I think they got over 100 people. They have camps with school kids and they have camps with kids from the church, and then they come along and they do the weeding, or they even did some of the planting. Obviously we had the adults following behind, just making sure they're all good.
Yeah, very good.
Amanda and Glenn, they've done incredible. Been emailing Amanda the past couple of years, just back and forth, raising ideas, seeing what we can do better.
The goals have been the same, so what we've been wanting to achieve, and so we've just been on the same page. They've just been forthcoming with ideas. We've got the biodiversity team involved as well, so it's been a real collaborative effort. We've just all been pulling in the same direction and just really achieving great results together.
So going forward, it's just going to get better and better. Nature's going to do her work. She's going to bring in some seed source, and then we'll just see more natives here, and then also they're going to continue their planting and doing what they do best.